Jacques Picard and Lieutenant Walsh went down 7 miles into the Mariana Trench, greatest known depth in the world. During their 20 minutes on the seabed, they saw fish, despite pressure of 8 tons to the square inch.
Amid the bone-chilling cold of the fathomless ocean, where light has never dared to venture, lies a realm where the Earth's deepest secrets seem to be entombed. This is the Mariana Trench, cradled beneath the silent waves of the Pacific, the deepest abyss of the ocean, a place of eerie sounds and enigmatic traces that science has yet to unravel. Now, humanity's most advanced tools, unmanned submersibles and artificial intelligence, are beginning to peel back the veil on the mysteries waiting below. Strange electromagnetic signals, microorganisms with self-repairing DNA, and geometric structures so perfect they defy the notion of mere nature. What in truth is happening down there? Recent discoveries have not only stunned scientists, but have left the world wondering, are we inching open a door that humanity is not yet ready to cross? The Mariana Trench may well hold secrets that could reshape how we understand Earth, life itself, and perhaps even the cosmos beyond what we believe we know. Picture yourself standing on the deck of a research vessel, surrounded by an endless void of darkness, the moonlight swallowed by heavy clouds, with only faint glimmers occasionally dancing across the sea's surface. The water stretches out, black and boundless, a mirror reflecting a night so still it sends shivers down your spine. Beneath it, more than 11 kilometers down, lies another world, where pressure can crush steel, where temperatures hover so cold the water seems on the verge of freezing, and where every ray of light is snuffed out before it can reach the bottom. At such depths, time itself seems to pause, and life, if it exists, must take forms so alien they defy human imagination. The Mariana Trench is not merely a crack in the ocean floor. It is a colossal scar on the Earth's crust, a mark etched by millions of years of geological upheaval. This chasm lies east of the Mariana Islands, near Guam, some 2,000 kilometers southeast of Japan. It stretches roughly 2,550 kilometers, curving like a sinister crescent, with an average width of 70 kilometers. But its true claim to awe is not its length, but its staggering depth. The lowest point, Challenger Deep, plunges to 10,184 meters below sea level. Some advanced sonar measurements even suggest 11,034 meters. To grasp its grandeur, imagine flipping Mount Everest, the planet's highest peak at 8,848 meters, upside down into the trench. Its summit would still be over 2 kilometers shy of the surface. Down there, the pressure reaches 1,100 atmospheres, more than 1,000 times the pressure on Earth's surface, enough to pulverize most metals. Temperatures linger between 1 degrees Celsius and 4 degrees Celsius, so cold that human flesh would burn in minutes. No light, no warmth, only an absolute silence. A world where even sound seems to cower before the dominion of darkness. This is but one reason the Mariana Trench stands as one of the planet's most captivating enigmas. Scientists have sent unmanned submersibles armed with cameras, sensors, and recorders into its depths, only to realize that the trench is not just the ocean's end, but a symbol of the limits of human understanding. Each meter descended is not just a scientific leap, but a humbling step, a reminder that though we've reached for the stars, there are places on our own planet that still silence us with their mystery. Perhaps, in that profound darkness, the answers to the origins and existence of life lie waiting to be found. The journey to conquer this abyssal darkness began long ago. In 1875, During the world's first global ocean expedition, the British ship HMS Challenger used rudimentary-sounding ropes to measure depth. They recorded 8,184 meters, a record-shattering figure for its time, though still far from the true bottom. It wasn't until 1960 that explorers Jacques Piccard and Don Walsh, aboard the submersible Trieste, reached Challenger Deep. Their 5-hour descent through impenetrable darkness, under pressure that could crush ordinary materials, revealed life, tiny, delicate creatures drifting in silence, defying every known law of nature. Piccard later described the scene as a world not of this earth. In 2012, filmmaker James Cameron, renowned for his passion for exploration, piloted the deep-sea Challenger alone to a depth of 10,108 meters, capturing the first clear images of a realm barely glimpsed by human eyes. He proved the trench's floor was not a lifeless void, but a vibrant ecosystem, harsh beyond measure. Yet every dive into its depths is a gamble with fate. Submersibles must endure crushing pressure, navigate absolute darkness, and survive an environment where a single error could spell catastrophe. By 2025, only about 24 people have touched what is believed to be the trench's deepest point. Each returned with unique tales of awe, of fear, and above all, of feeling infinitesimally small before the mystery of a planet we thought we knew. The Mariana Trench, in its silent grandeur, remains a reminder that there are places on Earth where humanity has only grazed the surface of the unknown, where darkness still holds secrets no one dares to voice. Though much of the trench remains a mystery, one thing is certain: the Mariana Trench pulses like the heartbeat of the ocean. Cold water from its depths may flow into global currents, influencing climate and weather in far-flung regions. This seemingly invisible stream shapes massive phenomena like El Niño, when Pacific sea temperatures spike, triggering global weather upheavals. Understanding the trench, then, is to understand the planet's intricate machinery, where every current and shift intertwines in a delicate web. Yet exploring it is no simple feat. It is an uneven battle between humanity and nature, a test against darkness, crushing pressure, and the limits of modern technology. Each submersible or autonomous robot sent down is a wager between survival and annihilation. Machines like Nereid Under Ice, a collaboration between Woods Hole Oceanographic Institution and NASA JPL, are built to withstand 1,100 atmospheres of pressure, equivalent to hundreds of tons of water pressing on every centimeter of their hulls. They navigate in pitch blackness, where radar signals falter, and a single malfunction could doom an entire mission to the abyss. Still, every successful dive adds a piece to this enigmatic puzzle. Though only about 5% of the trench has been mapped in detail by 2025, each new square meter uncovered can upend old assumptions. A fracture, a strange sound, or an unusual shape on the seafloor, all could hint at truths science cannot yet explain. The Mariana Trench is thus not just a geological marvel, but a frontier between knowledge and the unknown. Within it dwell bizarre creatures and phenomena that defy surface world laws. They thrive in conditions that seem impossible, where light is absent and cold and pressure annihilate all that is familiar. There, life seems written in an entirely different language, alien yet mesmerizing. Imagine yourself in a tiny submersible, its dim yellow light cutting through ink-black water. The depth gauge creeps toward 10,000 meters, and outside, the pressure feels like a mountain crushing the hull. Every faint creak in the cabin sounds like a warning. At this depth, no trace of sunlight remains, only absolute darkness, thick as velvet, enveloping everything. This is the Hadal Zone, where silence carries the weight of an entire world. Yet, against this silent backdrop, the Mariana Trench harbors a vibrant ecosystem that defies its desolate appearance. At its floor, hydrothermal vents and cold seeps spew superheated mineral-rich water, laden with sulfur, methane, and hydrogen sulfide, creating rare oases of life in the frigid ocean. In these life zones, geochemical energy replaces sunlight. Minerals nourish an entire food chain independent of the sun. Instead of photosynthesis, life here relies on chemosynthesis, a process where bacteria convert chemical energy into sustenance. From microscopic organisms to larger creatures like crustaceans, sea cucumbers, and translucent fish, a wondrous world thrives in absolute darkness, forming the foundation of a deep-sea ecosystem. Now, behold the trench's remarkable inhabitants, each a testament to life's defiance of limits. In a realm untouched by sunlight, the snailfish, or Pseudoleparus swirei, reigns as an icon of extraordinary adaptation. Discovered during the Hades expedition from 2014 to 2023, it holds the record as the deepest dwelling creature, thriving nearly 8,000 meters down. In a world where pressure exceeds 1,000 times that of Earth's surface, their soft, almost transparent bodies are a living testament to nature's delicate craftsmanship. Their bones, not rigid but flexible cartilage, bend under crushing forces without breaking. What truly astounds scientists, however, is not just their structure, but their evolutionary speed. According to the Hades expedition, these fish developed adaptive traits in just a few million years, a blink in evolutionary terms. Dr. Alan Jameson, a marine biologist at Newcastle University, likened the pressure at such depths to an evolutionary reactor, pushing life to its extremes. Yet even this explanation leaves gaps. How could adaptation occur so swiftly? Hypotheses raised at marine biology conferences in 2023 ventured bold ideas, suggesting an external trigger from geomagnetic energy or ancient radiation deep within the Earth. Some scholars even posed a faint possibility. Could life at these depths have been influenced by something extraterrestrial? These questions remain unanswered, but their mystery only deepens the trench's allure. Beyond snailfish, the trench teems with other bizarre life forms. In the thick darkness, amphipods, tiny crustaceans like Hirundellea gigas, thrive around hydrothermal vents, feeding on methane and minerals as if drinking life straight from the Earth's core. During NOAA's 2016 deepwater exploration of the Marianas, remotely operated vehicles captured astonishing footage. Anglerfish hovering near subsurface lava flows, their bodies glowing with an eerie green light, both beautiful and haunting. This luminescence isn't for navigation, but a weapon to lure prey or communicate in eternal darkness. Around them, bioluminescent squid and octopuses flicker, painting a shimmering tableau in the void. Each marine firefly seems a silent signal from another world, alien and enigmatic. But perhaps the most astonishing discoveries lie in the microbial and chemosynthetic communities at the trench's floor. A 2025 study, Flourishing Chemosynthetic Life, published in Nature, used unmanned submersibles to document life at 9,943 meters, finding a density of organisms 100 times higher than predicted. Thousands of tube worms and vesicomyid clams clustered in dense fields of life amid a frozen hell. Even more remarkable, the clams secreted an organic film, a super strong, nano-like webbing that shields them from disintegration under extreme pressure. Dr. Lisa Levin, a marine ecologist at Scripps Institution of Oceanography, remarked that this mechanism almost mimics advanced human engineering. The question looms: how do such simple organisms develop such sophisticated defenses? Is this the result of millions of years of natural evolution, or evidence of a biological technology perfected by nature, or something else billions of years ago? No answers yet exist, but one truth is undeniable. The Mariana Trench, with all its mysteries, showcases life in its strangest forms. Every creature, no matter how small, tells a story of survival beyond all known rules. And as humans peer into this abyss, none can escape the feeling that we're merely standing at the threshold of an entirely different world, where the line between science and the inexplicable remains perilously thin. Now, lower your submersible deeper still, where the tiniest creatures hold the greatest secrets of life. The microbial world at the trench's bottom is like an ancient, colossal library, each cell preserving tales from millions of years ago. The MIR Project, a Sino-American collaboration from 2021 to 2025, opened this library's doors by sampling sediments beyond 6,000 meters. AI-driven analysis stunned researchers. Over 7,000 previously unknown microbial species were discovered, thriving in an environment where humans could survive mere minutes without technology. Remarkably, their genomes are up to 60% smaller than surface microbes, a compact design that enables them to withstand pressures 1,000 times greater than at sea level. But what truly shocked researchers, including Dr. Fengping Wang's team, was how these microbes sustain life. According to the 2025 Deep Sea Microbial Adaptation Study in Cell, they can phase shift, transitioning between solid and a plasma-like state, allowing them to absorb energy from geomagnetic fields rather than oxygen. This energy exchange feels like a miracle of nature. Their cells even self-repair DNA, akin to software auto-correcting errors in a computer. This near-perfect precision and efficiency prompted scientists to question, is this still the product of natural evolution, or something beyond Darwin's framework? At a 2024 symposium, Dr. Wang likened these microbes to biological machines, operating with almost artificial sophistication. Some genetic samples showed repetitive coding structures, evoking deliberately designed systems, as if someone or something programmed them eons ago. The MIR Project's bold hypothesis sparked debate. Could these organisms be remnants of an ancient meteor impact, carrying seeds of life from elsewhere in the cosmos? If so, a larger question emerges. Who sowed those seeds, and why did they take root in the planet's deepest reaches? The idea of life beyond Darwin's framework isn't new, but the deeper we probe, the more chilling the discoveries. In 2009, Scripps Institution of Oceanography found massive skeletons, over 10 meters long, scattered in the trench's sediments, belonging to an unidentified fish species absent from any biological record. Researchers also discovered translucent cartilage from a giant single-celled organism, a monothalamia, at 10.6 kilometers, where pressure could crush steel in seconds. Strangely, these skeletons bear no resemblance to modern species, not even known deep-sea fish. On forums like Ocean Mysteries in 2023, studies speculated about giant humanoid bones or hybrid fish-mammal creatures based on unmanned submersible surveys and AI-generated imagery. Though most claims remain unverified, they fuel curiosity. The high pressure causes samples to disintegrate rapidly, making identification nearly impossible. Dr. Greg Rouse, who led the 2009 survey, admitted his team collected only scattered fragments. But the chilling truth is that they don't fit any known biological puzzle. These bones seem to belong to another story, a time when life may have taken forms utterly unlike today's. Each new discovery in the Mariana Trench is not just scientific, but a humbling reminder of our limits. We've walked on the moon, yet we're only grazing the edge of a deeper mystery beneath our feet. Are these creatures the result of natural evolution, or relics of ancient events beyond Earth's scope? The Mariana Trench, in its eternal silence, seems to guard its answers, as if the ocean itself is protecting a secret humanity isn't ready to hear. Now, recall a phenomenon straight out of myth: the Milky Sea. The vast Indian Ocean suddenly glows a ghostly white, stretching hundreds of kilometers, as if the night sky has merged with an ethereal light. Observed 10 to 20 times annually, for centuries sailors deemed it an inexplicable omen. Modern scientists, through Unsolved Ocean Mysteries by Watch Mojo, 2023-2025, proposed a daring theory. This glow may stem from bioluminescent microbes from the Mariana Trench, carried by massive currents to the Indian Ocean. These organisms don't just light up the sea like a giant mirror. They disrupt ship navigation, causing vessels to lose their way in the dark. Scientifically, this is a strange interplay of biology and energy, but it raises deeper questions. What activates them? Could geothermal energy from Mariana's vents trigger a chain reaction, spreading through Pacific undercurrents to awaken these glowing creatures in distant waters? A bolder hypothesis from the British Geological Survey's Deep Sea Connectivity Study in 2024 suggests that Mariana's hydrothermal vent system mirrors those in other deep trenches, like Puerto Rico and Kuril-Kamchatka. This hints at a vast natural network, possibly linking oceans through energy and life conduits, a subterranean pulse across continents. But what is this network's true purpose? Is it merely a geological byproduct, or a deliberately designed system, hiding or protecting something humanity has yet to comprehend? These findings are both wondrous and chilling. From self-repairing microbes to inexplicable giant skeletons and hints of techno-signatures, biological structures bearing marks of intelligence, they paint an unbelievable picture. The Mariana Trench may not just be an extreme ecosystem, but an ancient laboratory where life was tested, reborn, or perhaps created by a force beyond human understanding. And if you think that's the limit of the marvelous or terrifying, brace yourself. The deeper we go, the stranger it gets. In the Earth's depths, the Mariana Trench reveals structures that defy explanation. Eerie sounds echoing like calls from the underworld, and phenomena that leave scientists questioning. Is this nature's jest, or traces of a door leading to something not of this world? Imagine piloting an unmanned submersible, drifting through the ocean's darkest depths. The sonar screen flickers with ghostly signals. The sound of water rushing past the hull howls like wind from an alien world. Then suddenly, the darkness parts. Under the faint glow of your lights, a surreal geological labyrinth emerges, a scene comparable only to the surface of another planet. Up close, the Mariana Trench is no mere endless pit, but a monumental natural edifice, carved with such precision that it leaves even seasoned geologists in awe. Its V-shaped structure boasts sheer, razor-sharp cliffs, as if sliced by a primordial giant's blade, exposing the planet's hidden innards. The trench's floor is narrow, jagged, interspersed with seamounts, shadowy peaks rising like forgotten specters in the black water. Scattered among them are guyots, flat-topped mountains as if sheared by an invisible hand, their surfaces smooth and cold in the deep. What staggers scientists most, however, are the massive stone bridges, spanning up to 2,500 meters across the trench. Described as ancient pathways buried under eons of water, they silently connect the chasm's edges. A 2025 report from Woods Hole Oceanographic Institution notes these structures are nearly invisible to standard sonar, detectable only by advanced autonomous submersibles with high-resolution imaging sensors. There, in the silent depths, lie pools of molten sulfur, where temperatures spike over 10 degrees Celsius above their surroundings. These warm zones stand out bizarrely in the otherwise numbing cold. Under the submersible's faint light, rounded basalt formations gleam like stones forged from primeval lava, the very material that shaped the planet. The scene evokes the Moon, or Mars, more than Earth. NOAA's 2016 deepwater exploration of the Marianas described the terrain as something out of a science fiction film. Perhaps the most unsettling aspect isn't its surreal beauty, but the vague sense that it doesn't entirely belong to nature, as if an unseen hand once sculpted this world and left it forgotten in the ocean's depths. Millions of years ago, the Mariana Trench wasn't like this. As tectonic plates shifted relentlessly, the older, heavier Pacific plate began sliding beneath the Philippine plate. This process, called subduction, is like a silent war between billion-ton slabs of rock, clashing unforgivingly in the Earth's depths. The Mariana Trench is the fiercest battlefield. As the Pacific plate is forced downward, it melts into the searing mantle, making the Earth groan, triggering seismic tremors, volcanic eruptions, and sometimes tsunamis that ripple thousands of kilometers. Yet strangely, in such a volatile region, major earthquakes are rare. Geologists from the 2025 Seismology Expedition, published in Science, offered a startling explanation through samples collected by unmanned submersibles. A mineral called serpentinite lies at the trench's base. Formed when seawater seeps into mantle rock, it creates a weak seam between plates. Acting like a colossal lubricant, serpentinite allows the Pacific plate to slide smoothly, preventing violent quakes. This uncanny smoothness lets the trench reach its extreme depth while remaining structurally stable. Picture serpentinite as a slick skin, sparing the Earth from tearing itself apart. But this very smoothness raises suspicion. Some scientists argue it's too perfect, almost intentional. The Mariana Trench, nearly 11 kilometers deep, avoids catastrophic quakes. Mere chance, or a hidden mechanism beneath the cold stone? Some liken it to a locked door, sealed by the planet's structure, guarding secrets Earth isn't ready to reveal. Deeper still, the trench's floor glitters with polymetallic nodules, small, gleaming orbs like forgotten jewels. Under artificial light, they shimmer faintly in the dark, treasures of the deep. But their allure isn't just aesthetic. Containing copper, zinc, sulfur, and methane, they combine in peculiar ways. A 2024 study, Polymetallic Nodule Energy Conversion, published in IFL Science and The Debrief, revealed these nodules aren't mere minerals. They convert methane into heat, a natural energy source acting like living batteries on the seafloor. Around them, temperatures spike, creating thermal hotspots in the deadly cold. Dr. Samantha Joy from the University of Georgia called this a sophisticated geochemical energy system, almost deliberate. Their surfaces show symmetrical crystalline patterns, reminiscent of man-made structures. How could nature craft something so complex? Is it purely geological, or a remnant of a process humanity has yet to fathom? Some NASA JPL hypotheses go further, suggesting these nodules could be relics of an ancient event, possibly a meteor impact, or even traces of extraterrestrial technology. With only 5% of the trench mapped, the rest remains an unopened labyrinth, a maze of potential and dread, a sealed gate to Earth's distant past, where each stone and mineral holds tales of billions of years. NASA JPL's hypothesis isn't baseless. From the late 1990s to early 2000s, NOAA and the Hawaii Institute of Geophysics recorded strange sonar signals near Challenger Deep, hollow void spaces, suggesting vast underground caverns. Unofficial reports even speculated about wormholes, quantum tunnels, where space bends. Though unproven, this idea gained traction when science fiction forums and NASA astronauts suggested the trench's intense pressure and magnetic fields make it an ideal hideout for alien technology, disabling conventional sensors. Data from the Schmidt Ocean Institute in 2014 deepened these suspicions. At 8 to 9 kilometers, sonar detected metallic structures with clear geometric shapes, some pyramid-like, others disc-shaped, so symmetrical that machines mistook them for errors. Researchers like Dr. Robert Ballard dismissed them as sonar illusions caused by pressure and complex terrain bending sound waves. Yet in 2020, Russia's Vityaz D submersible recorded something even stranger, a 36x 44-kilometer metallic lagoon at 1,500 meters, with minerals showing unprecedented energy activity. The team, led by Dr. Alexander Sherbakov, described these structures as too regular, too perfect, beyond any known geological model. These discoveries spawn endless questions. Are they remnants of a lost civilization, or nature's elaborate ruse? With most of the trench still cloaked in darkness, each sonar ping and sample feels like a tiny piece of an unseen, colossal puzzle. If sight fails, listen. You're adrift in the vast ocean, where sound reverberates through the deep like the breath of a giant beast. In 1997, NOAA captured an unprecedented sound. They called it bloop. Lasting over a minute, it echoed like a cry from the underworld, louder than a blue whale, the planet's largest creature. Sensors detected vibrations across the Pacific, yet no earthquake or volcanic eruption explained it. The sound appeared, then vanished, leaving oceanographers with theories and unease. Dr. Christopher Fox of NOAA initially suggested a colossal unknown creature, but later admitted they lacked data to explain it. Nearly 2 decades later, in 2014, the ocean spoke again. This time, hydrophones recorded a new sound, dubbed biotwangs, like metal stretching, mixed with eerie, resonant hums, distant yet hypnotic. Initial data suggested bride's wails, known for low-frequency calls. But in 2015, NOAA deployed hydrophones at Challenger Deep for 23 days, capturing rhythmic, repeating sound sequences, peaking in spring and fall, seemingly aligned with Earth's magnetic shifts. Then, abruptly, the system overloaded and shut down. When retrieved, most data was corrupted, leaving only indecipherable noise. Since then, the Mariana Sounds have become one of the ocean's most haunting mysteries. Only when AI joined the effort did a 2024 study, AI Acoustic Analysis of Mariana Sounds in Frontiers in Marine Science, reveal something odd: the seasonal sounds at 10 kilometers, where no creature should survive, were variants of biotwangs. These frequencies disrupted seismic waves as if an invisible system was scanning the seafloor. The study suggested these sounds weren't random, showing rhythmic patterns as if something or someone was mapping the ocean with sound. Some scientists argue these are natural geological signals, but others believe they hint at an ununderstood communication. In a realm untouched by light, a mechanism or consciousness may be emitting silent messages humanity can't yet hear. In a 2024 report, Dr. Deborah Kelly from the University of Washington admitted that much data cannot fully rule out factors beyond human understanding. With only 5% of the trench mapped and technology struggling in the dark, how can we be certain? Though she called for more evidence, the question lingers. Are these signals nature's trick, or traces of a covert system operating beneath the sea? Whether natural or system, the Mariana Trench is not alone. If you think its phenomena are isolated in the vast ocean, think again. Scientists are realizing that its sounds, energies, and anomalies connect to a larger network spanning the planet. From the Bermuda Triangle to Japan's Devil's Sea, forming a subterranean web that science has only begun to trace. If these pieces are linked, where do they lead? Let's connect the dots to see if Mariana is the key to the planet's or even the universe's secrets. Start close to Mariana at the Yap Trench, 8,500 meters deep, where recent discoveries stunned researchers. From 2021 to 2025, the MIR project identified over 7,000 new microbial species here, with tiny genomes and self-repairing DNA, eerily similar to Mariana's life forms. This fueled a bold hypothesis. Quantum adaptation, published on astrobiology.com in 2025, suggests quantum energy from Mariana may travel through deep currents to Yap, sparking unnatural evolutionary leaps in these organisms. Could a global biological network exist, silently spreading through deep currents, where primordial life forms thrive and interact in the dark? If so, the Mariana Trench might be a gateway to the planet's oldest memories, a place where life began or is being rewritten in ways we can't yet grasp. Their genomes show artificial light coating, as if designed rather than evolved. Under electron microscopes, their cells glow faintly, absorbing energy from their surroundings. Some microbiologists see this as evidence of a different evolutionary mechanism, perhaps ancient biotechnology, or even extraterrestrial in origin. If these life forms were designed, the question isn't just their origin, but their purpose, and who created them. Looking broader, consider the Bermuda Triangle, the infamous Atlantic region where ships and planes vanish without trace since the mid-20th century. A 2013 WWF report noted a 20% higher disappearance rate here than the Atlantic average, with no clear explanation. NOAA's 2024 data revealed eerie parallels with Mariana. Sudden methane bursts and magnetic interference crippling navigation. Both sites seem to pulse with an invisible signal, possibly from Earth's core, or something farther. If Bermuda and Mariana are pieces of an ancient phenomenon, perhaps a lost or alien technology, what has stirred it awake? Answers elude us in Bermuda, but a thread may lead to the Devil's Sea or Dragon's Triangle, south of Japan, not far from Mariana. For centuries, it has swallowed countless vessels, from ancient fishing boats to modern warships. A 2022 vortex kinesis hypothesis by the Quasar Group suggested these vanishings aren't mere natural accidents, but traces of a temporal vortex, where time and space distort under an unidentified energy, making ships disappear without a trace. Drawing on the Hutchison effect, theory of electromagnetic disruption from clashing energy fields, The group proposed Mariana's energy could warp matter or even time locally. The deeper we probe, the more striking the similarities between the Devil's Sea's whirlpools and Mariana's subsurface plasma flows, as if both are extensions of a silent million-year-old energy system, remnants of something or someone predating humanity. Farther north, the Baltic Sea anomaly adds another eerie piece to Earth's puzzle. In 2011, at 90 meters under the Baltic's icy waters, Ocean X team discovered a 60-meter near-perfect oval structure. Sonar revealed it as a motionless spacecraft or a sunken pyramid buried by time. By 2024, Ocean X team's analysis of rock samples showed compositions matching Mariana's pillow basalts, formed in ancient subduction. This chilled researchers, as two sites thousands of kilometers apart share a geological origin. The anomaly's controversy lies not in its minerals, but its shape. Smooth surfaces, near-perfect curves, unlike any natural formation. Many scientists attribute it to millennia of currents and sediment. But Peter Hoff's 2021 UFO sunken hypothesis boldly suggested it could be an underwater base, akin to Mariana's unidentified sonar objects at 8-9 kilometers. About 10% of the anomaly's composition remains unidentified, mirroring Mariana's enigmatic geometric blocks. Some speculate both could be relics of a lost global civilization or an extraterrestrial meteor impact. Coincidentally, the Yonaguni Monument off Japan's Yonaguni Island fits this vision of a lost civilization. At 25 meters deep, this structure resembles a sunken pyramid with giant steps, sharp edges as if hand-carved, not eroded by nature. Sunlight piercing the azure water reveals squared stones, tiered steps, and flat corridors, evoking a city swallowed by the sea. Ocean mysteries on Earth. How 2025 used AI modeling to suggest Yonaguni formed through the same ancient subduction as Mariana. But WatchMojo's 2025 ancient subduction hypothesis went further, proposing Yonaguni as the surface of a vast underground network linked to Mariana, a geological and energy system from over 10,000 years ago. Its precise cuts, symmetrical steps, and massive stones stacked with uncanny precision baffle archaeologists. They resemble a man-made foundation, yet the rock's geological age predates any known civilization. Some call it an ancient temple, a sunken city, or even a remnant of the mythical Mu, akin to Atlantis. If true, Yonaguni and Mariana may have witnessed a civilization devoured by the sea, or a structure with a purpose we can't yet fathom. Too many theories, but too little evidence to conclude. The question, who built it, hangs in the murky water. Finally, thousands of kilometers west, in Mexico's arid desert, lies the Zone of Silence, a place where radio signals vanish, compasses spin wildly, and strange lights streak the sky. Data from Mapimi Biosphere Reserve in 2022 showed magnetic distortions akin to Mariana's, likely from ancient sulfur vents. The 2024 alien interference hypothesis on vocal media went further, suggesting the zone and Mariana are energy gateways, nodes linking Earth to extraterrestrial forces. Curiously, this desert has a meteor impact rate 10 times the global average. Some speculate an ancient collision brought alien materials or microbes, technosignatures, that spread to the ocean's depths, even to Mariana. If true, the zone is the surface of an ancient system, and Mariana, its hidden core, still operating silently. But what is this system, and who created it, remains unanswered. Unanswered doesn't mean unanswerable. We're digging deeper, nearing the truth with rapidly advancing technology. Next-generation unmanned submersibles, like Nereid Under Ice from Woods Hole and NASA JPL probe depths, once deemed untouchable. Meanwhile, 2025's AUV imaging of ultra-deep waters uses advanced AI to reconstruct the trench in three-dimensional detail, down to millimeters, linking it to global mysteries. Should we keep going? All these points, Bermuda, Devil's Sea, Baltic, Zone of Silence, Yap, Yonaguni, are like scattered bones of a colossal entity hidden beneath Earth's surface. When pieced together, the Mariana Trench seems the heart of this network, pulsing with geomagnetic energy, methane bursts, and unearthly life forms. It may be a geological and biological jest, or the legacy of an ancient civilization manipulating planetary energy, or even traces of extraterrestrial intelligence. Perhaps the true value of Mariana's secrets isn't in its rocks or creatures, but in its revelation. Earth may never have belonged solely to humans. The deeper we dive, the closer we come to the boundary between science and the mystical, where reason falters and instinct whispers of something beyond our grasp moving beneath the planet's crust. This is where scientists shiver. The question isn't just, what are we uncovering, but what are we awakening? The microbes with techno-signature genes, self-repairing, coded as if programmed, may not be mere life, but a biological source code embedded at Earth's dawn. Perhaps they've slumbered for billions of years under cold sediment, awaiting a geomagnetic trigger. As humans probe deeper, shining brighter lights, these codes may be responding. The seasonal sounds recorded might not be cracking rocks or natural ocean hums. They could be echoes from an intelligent system beneath the seafloor, listening, analyzing, reacting to our surface actions. Each sonar ping, each artificial light beam, may be slowly rousing an ancient machine powered by geomagnetic or even quantum energy. With every step toward knowledge, a new, unsettling question arises. Are we opening a door humanity isn't ready to cross? Perhaps the Mariana Trench isn't just a geological zone, but an ancient laboratory where extraterrestrial life was seeded, or a portal to dimensions modern physics can't touch. If so, what happens as we drill deeper, scan wider, and disturb relics dormant for millennia? Consider this. The mysterious electromagnetic signals, cyclical sounds, and unnatural structures may not be invitations, but warnings. A cold message from the dark that some things should remain undisturbed. They could be seals on a door, or barriers to a realm we shouldn't enter. In a place where pressure crushes steel and light never reaches, something may exist. Not quite life, not quite machine, but a fusion of both. It watches us, patient and silent, waiting for the moment we cross the forbidden line. If Mariana is a nexus of ancient energies, tampering too deeply could disrupt the balance nature has maintained for billions of years. The question then isn't just, what will we awaken, but are we strong enough to face what waits? As AI and unmanned submersibles unlock the trench's deepest layers, humanity stands at a crossroads. A discovery that could rewrite life's history, or a catastrophe we ourselves ignite. Sometimes, in the quest for truth, the most terrifying thing isn't the darkness below. It's what might awaken when our light reaches it.